Hey guys, so this is the May 2020 budget with me, and I know I probably say this every month, at least every month this year, because there's been so much change, but this really probably will be the weirdest month that I've ever budgeted for. Um, so let's kind of just start here. The income is going to be the weirdest as far as the budget goes. So starting here with AdSense, because of the I don't know if we're allowed to say it, but the situation with the world right now. I don't want to get demonetized. Um, Ad rates are extremely down. It's not just for me. I've checked. Honestly, like I had my lowest month in years last month with ad revenue. So no AdSense coming in this month. You'll see here that I've got Paycheck. So what this is, for those of you who watch my live stream, you know that I quit the job that I got in February. If you want to know more about why, I can post a link to that up above. I do go into more detail, and eventually I'm going to make a video going into even more detail about why I quit and what I'm doing now, because I do have a new job that fortunately pays a lot more. But you see on May 1st here, I'm filming this on May 2nd, but on May 1st, I did get my last full paycheck, which will be my last paycheck at all from that job. That does actually complicate the calculations here a little bit. So this was based on 40 hours a week, $17 an hour, and then 4 weeks of that pay. My new job is kind of all over the place. So let's take a look at this. So we've got $1,118 that I've already got. So we know, of course, that I'm already going to have that much. So let's just put that down here. Now, on top of that, the way the new job works is I work 12-hour shifts, 21 days straight, and then essentially have 5 days off. So not even a week off. That gets a little bit complicated because of overtime. So with that, I make $20 an hour now at 40 hours a week. But 12 times 7, I think, is 84. Yeah, 84. So I'm actually working $20 an hour times 40 hours a week. That's 800. And then another 44 hours in overtime, which is going to be time and a half, so it'd be 30. So that's 1320 plus 800. Now, for probably June, when I get in the swing of things with this job, that's the way it's going to be, 2120 a week gross. I still will work 21 days this month, but I'm also doing training. So my training days have supposed to be 8 to 5 at $20 an hour, but we've been getting out early, so we haven't been having the full pay. I'm estimating that it's going to be about, I want to say probably about 160 for yesterday, about 140 for today, and I'm guessing 180. And I'm just talking gross here for tomorrow, because I think tomorrow will be like a full day of training. So that's $2,600. So that's the 3 days of training plus 1 week. So then if we add in the other 2 weeks, including the overtime pay, that'd be $4,240. So after all those calculations, if I didn't make that any more complicated than it already was, that is $6,830 that I should be expecting this month. And then on top of that, adding in the 1118. Actually, I'm going to subtract out the 1118. All right, so now if I got all my calculations right on that, that leaves 6,380. But that's before taxes, and assuming that it's the same tax rate as I've been paying, and it may be more because it's more, but I've never made this much, so I don't know. Taking 20% out for taxes leaves me $5,104. But then I got that 1118 already in paycheck this month. So since that's post-tax, we'll add that in directly. That leaves me with $6,222 as my estimated paycheck income for this month. That right there fixes my budget problem. So you see, I have this much more that is not applied to anything. So let's go down through here. So let's see. So auto insurance should be the same. I am going to be getting a refund check somewhere in the summer. It has to do with the situation going on. My auto insurer, though, they just said that you don't have to apply. They just kind of send it out. Car payment will be the same. Gas and fuel, I'm going to go ahead and lower this. And the reason for it is at least 3 of the 4 weeks of the month, I am going to be in a hotel with a rental car. So I'm not going to be paying for gas. The company is going to be paying for everything. So let's go ahead and take this. I am pretty low on gas right now, so I'll put $25. That'll get me 1 tank. And unless I go on a trip, and I'm not planning one right now, that should last me for the whole month. Now, electric should be right around that. I just got the bill recently, but that's not due until mid-month. Internet will be right on that. Cell phone, I actually just paid today, and it was $77 and something. Gas will be at $44. And then as far as I know, the student loan will be exactly as it is here. This is the new payment for Navient. One thing I didn't notice, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this last month, but after they raised the payment, even though I was on the rate reduction plan before, which was supposed to be a lowered interest rate and a lowered payment, the interest rates actually were double or more than double what they are now. For some reason, when I went back up to the regular rate with them, the interest rates went way down. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. Now, here's where things get real iffy. I'm just going to put some kind of dummy numbers in here because I honestly don't know. The reason I say that is, number one, I don't know if I'm going to have a way to store food at the sites that I'm working at. So that's a potential negative. But number two, a huge potential positive, is that I get an allotment every day for food on a company card. So ideally, I won't be paying for food at all or hardly at all this month. Although I've bought a couple of things within the last couple of days. So let's just temporarily take fast food down to 25. And then we can adjust this next month when I know better how this job is going to go. And then with groceries, essentially, again, it's going to be on the company card and not something I pay for. So let's just make that grocery budget 75 as an estimate. And that should cover anything I've bought this month that hasn't shown up yet. I'm not sure if I have bought anything. And then groceries for like that week that I'm home. And then restaurants too. You know what? Just in case we do order out or something, let's just take this down to like 75. Probably won't be that high, especially with having that card, but just in case. Now, gifts and donations, I'm not planning anything. Doctor, I don't know. Let's do this because we found out last month that she's now 125 and I'm planning on seeing her twice. So let's put 250. But with my work schedule, I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to. And then rent and mortgage, I'm paying that today. Renter's insurance will come out here soon. Storage will be right on. And business expenses, same deal if I get to that. But honestly, like, I'm not going to have time this month to get to that. Clothes, let's leave it at $30. I might have to get something for work just once I get into the new job, seeing if there's some small thing that I need. And then stuff for mom, I'm actually going to be paying this today. So this is back on schedule. We can put it back at 65. And then the only other thing that we got to change here is the emergency fund. So I have transferred so far this month $81.25. Just hasn't hit the account yet. But with the hours that I'm planning on working and being paid for this month, I'm planning on 3 weeks at 84 hours. So that's 252 plus the 81.25 that I sent over, plus my time that I've been doing in training. So that's plus 8 plus 6.3 plus, I want to say yesterday was like 6. So let's say that. So that's going to be for this month. And we'll have to adjust this again next month to get it to like basically be the same amount roughly every month. But this should be $353.55. And save that. Boom. Obviously that accelerated that goal up quite a bit. Now it's saying it'll be April of 2022 that'll be done. And then switching back to the budget, just a final check of it here. It looks like I'm going to have about, according to this, of course, this doesn't account for any of the expenses down here and everything else. That's kind of the catch-all that we categorize at the end of the month. But I will have a lot of money left over. And the goal is to get the small credit card paid off this month as the first priority. Paying a big chunk of the second credit card as the second priority. And then next month it'll be to start stockpiling money into savings. So anyway, guys, this is a really, really rough estimate of what this might be. But I will be working a lot. And originally they thought this would be for maybe 3 months. Now they're saying 5 months. And on top of all of this, I'm also trying to refinance my car this month. So we'll be trying to get this payment down. This company that I work for also has a credit union. So I'm going to join that and see if I can get an even lower rate because of being an employee. So anyway, guys, we'll see how this goes. So it should be anywhere from like 3 to 6 months of an income pretty similar to this, which should mean that I have a real shot at making a pretty huge dent in my finances. I should come out of this with a pretty good emergency fund, paid off credit cards, and a nearly paid off car. So yeah, anyway, we'll just see how it goes.